going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you a little kind of first impressions and a look at my Shikar mini stick that I had them add the Scout platform on, the angled one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and what I think about it. Just, you know, like I said, my first impressions on it. But as you can see, it ain't very long. It's a real short stick. I mean, I'll give you some actual measurements here in a minute, but that angle platform, I really like that angle platform. I think I done put it up now. I have the preset angle platform already, which I've used several times, and I got stealth stripping on the edge corners of it too, for where I had an 8er on there. But I really like that 30. I think it's a 30-degree angle or something like that. But I really do like that. But I figured I'd let you know there's not too much on YouTube that I could find about these Shikar mini sticks. It is let me get my tape here. It's I'm going to go from the very bottom of the stick right here to start with. Give you the actual measurements from the very bottom of the stick to the top of the stick. Let me get back here where I can actually get the stick. Is let me get my ruler. That darn old thing's too flimsy. But the stick length is 10 1/4 inches for the main beam of the stick, and you got of course your bottom double step has the 8er slots in it. I think all of his steps now come this way. It is from the farthest edge. The farthest edge is 9 1/4 inches. From farthest edge to farthest edge is 9 1/4 inches worth of step space. And the angled platform is farthest edge to farthest edge is, I'm getting 10 inches there by, let's see, I'm going to measure the top, the angled part. I'm going to measure it from the very back of the top, like, step part also. I mean, this angled step is different than this is the preset, and the regular Solar Scout's the same way. As you can see, it's just the angled part. There's actually no really step back here. But if you get any of the Shikar sticks or anything with the Scout platform, where it's the angled or the straight, they come with more of a, you can kind of see there, a step. So when you're standing on the stick, it's just like standing on the bottom step. But it is, see, it is get my ruler right here. I'm getting 3 3/4 inch from here to the back of here. But I ordered a mini stick because I've been trying the one sticking. I've been fooling around with it after. I never used nothing. I've never one stick till, after season's out, and I've been fooling with it. And what I was using, I actually tried it with just the preset. I just put me a couple 1/4 bolts in here and cammed it over just like you do the regular Scout. But this being the preset, it's got the slot for the strap, the OCB buckle to go in. I use this in combination with a ring of steps. But I had put them bolts in there to try that. And it's alright, but I just didn't like, I'm a bigger guy, and putting them a 4 to 5 step 8er on here and just putting all my weight out on the very end of the angle here of the platform. I don't know. I don't think it's going to break. I mean, there's no cracks. There's nothing, even cracks in the powder coat or nothing. So I don't think there'd be any problem with that. I mean, I know some guys doing it anyway, but they're a lot smaller than I am. But, you know, not everybody weighs 100 pounds, 150 pounds. So. But then I switched over and took a Summit buck step, cut it down to 15 inches, and was using that, and it worked pretty good. I mean, it actually did work. I climbed, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 times with this, practicing just climbing up and down. I mean, it worked real good. The only thing with this stick is these sticks are pretty noisy. I mean, this is just a marker pin here, but you can hear that ring in there. It's pretty noisy. I mean, hear that? You could still strip that up and calm all that down, but they're just, I guess, it just rings when you tap this. And I guess because it's hollow in here, but I mean, these sticks actually work pretty good. I think they was rated like 17 or 20 inches or something. I cut it down to 15 inches from bottom to the top, and had an 8er on here. I cut it off. But what I'm going to do with this stick is I'm going to remove this, the original attachment method. You can see I've already added a 1/4 bolt, but I'm going to remove this. And I got the new UP platform on order from Eastern Woods Outdoors. I think there's like a 3 to 4 week wait time on those, so it won't be here for a few more weeks. But I'm going to try it out and see how well I like it. That's what I'm going to do with this stick. I got all the parts to turn this into basically what their Ultimate One stick, but I already had the tubing and all on these sticks. So I just figured I'd just order the double step and the tree bracket and then the platform. But anyway, we'll get back to that another day. But that's what I was using. And so I decided I was going to get some sticks, some actual sticks, and they make the Shikar. But I seen some reviews on it on here, and there's a lot of play, up here. But and as a bigger guy, I thought, well, if they're getting a lot of play in that, I just wasn't too sure on that yet. I may end up trying one or seeing if I can get him just to send me a 15-inch or 14-inch post, and then just take these parts off and put on it and try it later. But I'm not too sure on that, because I've been, like I said, I've climbed up the tree probably 4 or 5 times with this now, and I really like this stick. I mean, like, this stick is short, it's light, and I have not had a bit of problem with this stick. I put this stick on the tree right now. I'm just using a daisy chain, just 1/8-inch daisy chain that I made. I'm just using it, and it comes off easy. It goes on easy. I mean, the only downside of the daisy chain is that getting, when you get in between them darn loops, and then you got so much slack in the chain, your daisy chain where it goes around the tree is actually up a lot higher than it's on a steep angle. It's up a lot higher than your platform is, or your stick is. So it actually takes weight off the bottom end. But I ain't had no trouble with that. I mean, I've used them on other sticks, and it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I put this one on there, like I said. When I get it on there and I get it tight, it don't go nowhere. I mean, I've put full side pressure on it. I'll do a video on it one day if y'all would like, and show you how the side pressure goes on it and everything. Of course, I added the handle for this is just an old bright yellow one that I just picked up from, I think, my Tractor Supply, the Night Eyes gear ties. So I can lift the stick up and pry it off. I mean, these daisy chains are easy just to pop on and off. I made these, I think these are, I think they're, let's see, 1.5 inch loops here inside here. So, I mean, I could probably go a little bit more, because these actually pop on very easy, and they pop off very easy. So, for one sticking, since you got to reach down and get it. So, I mean, I could probably go to 1 inch, and I may do that if I decide to stick with this. But because he's got it drilled, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to email him and ask him, but I'm pretty sure this is drilled for, I don't know if you can see the hole up in here or not, but with that button there, but he's got it drilled out anyway. He's got it drilled out, I'm pretty sure, for either the Schaefer cam cleat or his that sail cleat that he puts on the Shikar. I'm pretty sure it's drilled out for either one. I mean, I'd have to ask to be sure, but with this platform on this 10 1/4-inch stick, I don't think you could mount the Schaefer cam cleat on here with the platform on top of the stick. You may be able to get that clam cleat on there. I'm not sure. But what I was thinking about doing is, if I don't like this daisy chain, I'm going to take I'm thinking about just taking a platform and actually putting it down here on the bottom and putting this bottom step on top. That'll give me room for that Shikar cam cleat on top. And the only thing, I'm only going to be using, because the actual spacing in here is only from step to step. I mean, the top of this step to the top of this step is only 8 inches. So, I mean, I'm only losing 8 inches of actual height. But I'm not too concerned about 8 inches of height. I mean, if 8 inches of height comes between me killing a big buck or a doe for that matter, or anything, then I'm doing something else wrong. I mean, so I'm not worried about 8 inches of height. But I just wanted to do a little, like I said, first impression on this thing. This thing is really nice. I mean, these things are built, this thing is solid. I mean, it's got a little play, but like I said, I'm a big boy, so there's going to be a little more play. An average size person, this short of a stick, it probably wouldn't have much play at all, because it barely moves on me. But them reviews you see on these Shikar sticks, man, these tree standoffs right here, these things are sharp. There is no doubt about it. And when he says pull out on the bottom and pull down to set it, you better do that, because these things dig in. What I've been doing, when I first got it, I was just putting it on and sliding it down. But what I've been doing lately, to a couple of the softer trees, like I got up here, some ash and stuff, I can literally jam this thing on the tree like that and just pull it down just a hair, and that stick will sit there by itself. I got both hands free just to throw the daisy chain around the tree and hook it. I mean, them things are sharp. I mean, you got to watch. You don't want to run that across your back or nothing. Because, I mean, I don't know how well you can tell, but those things are sharp. But this thing weighs, the stick itself weighs 2 pounds with my daisy chain on there, is what I weighed it at, I think. And I haven't weighed it with my aider yet. I made me a 1/8 inch Amsteel 3-step aider with using 1/4 inch fuel line hose. Now, I mean, my spacing's, going to be different than what yours might be, because being a short, chubby guy, I can't step as high as some people can. But I get there, that's all that matters. But, so any of you big guys that's looking into one sticking, but you're not sure, if it's for a bigger guy, how hard it be, it's easy. It's not hard, even for us bigger guys. I mean, I'll do a video on it one day here, maybe this weekend or something. I'll post it up next week or something of me climbing up and then rappelling back down. I used the 9mm Sterling CIV, and I actually used a Mad Rock safeguard to rappel with, and I did use a figure 8, and then I decided to go ahead and try that safeguard, that Mad Rock, and they're hard to find, but I did find one place that had them. I think it's BMO.com or something like that. I'm not sure. If anybody wants to know, I can put a link in here or send you the link to it or whatever. Just let me know. But that Mad Rock made a whole world of difference. I mean, it's not hard to do with the figure 8, but with the figure 8, you got to have a backup. And sometimes for us bigger guys, well, at least me, once I stop to take my stick off, that proofing not draw so tight, I have a heck of a time getting it broke loose. So I decided to upgrade to the Mad Rock, and that changed the whole game for me right there. But this one sticking is going to change the game for me on public land. And I know I keep saying this, but for a bigger guy, I mean, this one sticking will definitely change the game for you getting back in deep on public land or whatever. I mean, because like I said, this stick weighs 2 pounds. Matter of fact, let me weigh it with my aider on there, and I'll tell you what it weighs. And one thing I like about this stick is it's so short, I can literally strap this stick to my small backpack, and I don't even know it's there. And it's short, compact. I mean, you could take it. I mean, my regular size pack that I use on public land, in case I need a pack of deer, I could stick it in there if I wasn't worried about the teeth on them brackets, tearing into my pack. But I mean, I've done showed you the aider there, but I'll wrap it up around here, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you heck, I'll just keep her going here, so somebody don't think I'm making up the weight here or something. But I'll wrap her all up, Turn the camera over. As you can see, it's zeroed out. I'll lay the stick on there, make sure nothing's touching nowhere. And I hope you can see that, but it is 2.6 ounces, 2.06.6 ounces. So at less than 2.5 pounds, right there, carrying in the woods. And then with my rappel rope and my Mad Rock stuff, you're talking another 2 pounds. So 4 pounds. With 4 pounds, I can get 30 feet in a tree. And I don't need to go no higher than that. Most of the time, I'm not even going to go that high. 20, 25 feet, I'm good. I mean, if I need to go 30 feet, I will. But with the rope length I got, that's as high as I can go anyway. But it's 30 feet. But unless I want to just rappel right off the end of my rope and fall to the ground. But man, it's hard to beat this one stick. I mean, yeah, it might not be for everybody, but man, when I first seen it, I thought, man, these guys are crazy. You know, hanging from a tree and having to remount the stick and all that. Yeah, it's not as easy. I mean, some guys might tell you it's as easy as hanging sticks, multiple sticks, but in my opinion, it's not as easy as hanging multiple sticks because, I mean, it does take a little bit more time because when you put the stick up, then you got to hang there, reach down, unhook it, and put it back up and hook it. I mean, it ain't no different. I mean, you're hanging the stick just as the same amount of times, but it's just, you know, you got to reach down and, you know, there's a learning curve to it is what I guess I'm trying to say. But if you're looking into trying the one stick, don't be afraid to try it because from what I've seen on all the forums and stuff, you can sell these one sticks. I mean, if you buy one and you don't like it, you can sell it. I mean, no problems whatsoever. But if you're wanting to try it, like I said, if you got any old sticks, Lone Wolf or like these, some of the old Summit buck steps. I mean, these you could actually, I mean, I've actually sat on these for, year before last, I set my saddle on and just used this as my platform. Sat on there for 3 to 4 hours one morning, and it ain't the most comfortable thing, but 3 or 4 hours you can do it. But, I mean, so you could make one out of an old Lone Wolf stick or, like I said, one of those steps or about any kind of stick that you got. But, and you don't have to, I mean, if you've already got a 1-inch tube stick like this, you can buy, they make these, the angled scouts and the straight scouts for 1-inch tubes. So you can just buy that, and that's all you have to buy to use that platform. And they make I think they're going to do, Eastern Woods is going to sell the Monarch that Out on a Limb makes. Now, I think he might have them, I think he's got them on his website too for 1-inch sticks. Pretty sure he does. But, so you can just buy the Monarch, which is the angle platform plus a little bit of platform up here that comes out about, I'm not sure what it is, maybe 2.5 inches or something. But the reason I was going to go with it, but the reason I didn't is because I like the angle platform, and the only reason I need that top part is just when I'm standing or something. And that right there is good enough for me when I'm standing on something, because most of the time I'm leaning, and so my foot's, you know, on this angled part the most. But, and then, like I said, Eastern Woods is selling the UP platform, which you can look it up on YouTube. There's some videos on there, and once I get mine, get it all set up, I'll do a video on it. But it's going to be heavier. I think the UP platform itself, I think, weighs pretty much as much as this whole stick with everything I got on it right now does. Just the platform. That's not counting the 1-inch tube plus the tree bracket on the bottom and the double step on the bottom and your aider, which you're, depending on what kind of aider you're using. Most of them, if you're using Amsteel aiders, they don't weigh much. But yeah, that's the Out on a Limb Shikar mini stick with the angled platform. And so far, like I said, you've seen the other platform I got from Out on a Limb. This is 2 products I've got from them, and I'll tell you one thing, some of the best products I've had for when it comes to getting up a tree. I mean, or using it as a platform or anything, they're sturdy, they're well built. The welds are really nice on them. I mean, I've done a lot of welding. I still do welding myself, you know, just for myself or for buddies or whatever, make dog boxes and different things. But The welding is really good on here. But and the coating on this stuff is super strong. I mean, I use this platform a good bit, as you can tell. It's just full of dirt, and the stealth strips are starting to wear off, but it's got like an anti-skid powder coating on there. It's kind of rough. Your feet, you know, they get good grip on there. And these things, if you're just looking for a platform, I mean, the Precept or the regular Scout, I mean, you can't go wrong there. I mean, they don't, I mean, this thing here, let's see, I'll tell you what it weighs. It weighs 1 pound 6 ounces, this right here. Without, I mean, that's without the strap. But the reason I went with this one is because of the strap. He already had the holes in here for the strap, so I could add my 2 or 3 of my tree hopper ring steps on there. That's why I went with that one. But I'm getting way off topic here, talking about the videos about this stick. But if you're looking at getting into one stick, and then you're wanting the lightest, most compact, because I'm not sure if this stick is it. If it ain't the lightest, it's right there with the lightest. But I mean, it's the most compact you're going to get. I mean, like I said, I mean, you can see how wide there's nothing. I mean, 2 of my hands almost take up everything but the platform there. But you throw that thing on your back, on your pack, and you only know it's there. You can hook it to your saddle if you want to, and just trek on into the woods. And with that tree bracket right there, where that tree hits with your angled foot, with me, I wear a 5 or 10.5 boot. Most time my heel was back here on this, and I got plenty of room. My toes are barely touching the tree, or just a little bit on the tree, and this thing is super comfortable. It's actually a little more comfortable than the regular, because I don't know if I can show this here, but well, maybe I can show it like this. But as you can see here, the regular Scout, right there is how far it would be off the tree. Right here. And you can see how much more room off the tree you got with this, the stick type. So even if you're going to go with the Solo Scout, the preset, or the regular, I consider just getting the Scout and putting it on a mini stick if you're just wanting the platform. Just because it does give you more room off the tree than the regular Scout. But you ain't going to go wrong with either one. They're both great products. I mean, Outer Limb's a small company, but I tell you what, they make some good shit, boys. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I definitely will probably be purchasing from them again. As a matter of fact, the UP platform from Eastern Woods Outdoors, they designed it, but I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, it's made by Out on a Limb. The platform's actually built by them, so I don't think I'm gonna have I know I ain't gonna have no problem with it, with the manufacturing of it. But all right, boys. Well, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.